Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 4 of Healing Myself. And what I wanted to talk to you today about was the healers, so the people that find a way. I heard yesterday you put your fingernails together like this, and then you can feel the warmth. If you're a healer, you kind of click your nails together and make this chi ball, and you can feel the warmth in your hands. And then, of course, don't throw that chi ball inside. Throw it at a light post light or somewhere outside. I don't know. I didn't try to throw it at all, but that was kind of an interesting thing to say. If you're a healer, you could feel that warmth. You can feel that peace of healing within you. And I'm thinking back to the healers in my life, the people that kind of helped me in my lowest points, and most of them were therapists at that time because that's what I was depending on. But the one therapist that really kind of bounced me back was someone that I considered like a sister to me. And she was very kind, very warm, very generous, very positive. And she wanted me to be all those things. And I just remember her being always happy. And I thought, how can somebody always be happy? I don't know how somebody can be happy all the time, and she must put on fake it to make it until she's happy when she's not happy. But I think she just sees the goodness in life and focuses on that. And that was the big thing, is what you focus on is going to grow. What you focus on is going to grow. What you focus on is going to grow. And that kind of goes with that healing thing. So maybe instead of me saying I'm going to be always happy and positive, because I'm not. I'm sometimes, dealing with a lot of stuff. You can't be positive all the time. You have to, you can look at the bright side all the time and say, this is going to look up, we're going to get better. But in my life, it would be really hard for me to be positive all the time. So I would look at the bright side and say, things are going to get better and things are going to, we're going to get through this. But boy, it's hard to be like super happy, super positive all the time. And I remember her being like that. And she was always, a really healthy person and just a good person. And if she had boundaries, and if something didn't go in the direction she wanted it to go, or she intended it to go, or planned on it to go, then she made changes, and she did what she had to do to change her boundaries, to follow her boundaries and follow her mission, which was her purpose, which was, her North Star. And she would mainly focus on her values. And so I remember her as a big healer in my life. And I have to remember that. It doesn't have to be that you have to be super positive all the time, but you do have to follow your values and share your boundaries. And your boundaries are, the people in your life who, how did she say it? She said it like, it's kind of like barbed wire on the outside, and those people just don't get out, in it all. And then you have your inner circle, and then another inner circle, and another inner circle, and another inner circle. And those people you keep in. The other things you just keep out. Yeah, that's kind of how she explained it, and I have to remember that. I those are my boundaries, and those are what I have to focus on. And yeah, so that's one person in my life that was a very inspirational healer, and she meant a lot to me. And when she left, it crushed me, but I had to learn how to do it for myself. And maybe it's taken me this long. It's been almost 8 years since I haven't had her in my life, and cry thinking about it. It's been 8 years. I can't believe it's been 8 years, and I still haven't applied her teachings to my life. I have to a certain point, but not that I can eat healthier and take care of my body and be strong. Your body follows. How did it go? Your body goes first. So take care of your body first. Your mind follows, and then you have a healthier mind, and your actions follow that, or your behaviors, or your thoughts, or your, all that. They all follow along, and it all starts with your body. You have to start with your healthy body. So I have to remember that. So, all right. Jesus, please pick 3 cards for us today. So I'm saying an intention into the cards to pick 1 card for the past, 1 card for the present, and 1 card for the future. Sorry, I'm dropping on the floor. All right. So for the past, we have the Knight of Cups, that protector card, that kind of like that teenage-aged protector of our emotions. So that's for the past. For the present, we have the 5 of Swords, where he's collecting all the swords that the people have dropped. They're walking away. Kind of means, the battle is over, and he thinks he's won, but they just kind of just walked away. So, all right. And then for the future, we have the Fool card, which is that ultimate learner, that ultimate student. And I want to consider myself the fool. I'm learning all these lessons. That's why I'm doing these cards. The fool learns the lessons, and the lessons go, in progression from one to another to another to another. And they're constantly learning, just constantly learning. All right, we have the Healing Spirit cards by Gordon Smith. And the intention I'm setting in this card is to be that learning person. You're constantly learning, constantly improving. You're constantly growing. All right. And this says, it isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing. And it looks like this. All right, sometimes it's better to stay silent than let others see that you have all the answers. There are times when you need to pause for consideration rather than act for the sake of it or because it's expected of you. Truly wise spirit masters know when to speak and when to listen, and know when to act and know when not to act. They are our greatest examples of how to behave in moments of uncertainty. Remember that wisdom comes from experience, not brashness, and being spiritual sometimes just means being. When dealing with people who are awkward, simply remember to be kind, as kindness is above right or wrong. Just remember to be kind. I like that. When people are awkward, just remember to be kind. And, follow your North Star. Follow that purpose, that drive, that direction that you want to, become wherever it is you're going. Some people are saying that they're Hindu. They follow that star. If some people say they're Christian, they follow that star. Some people believe in nature. They follow that star. It doesn't matter what your belief system is. It matters that you're doing the right thing. You're living with purpose. You're living from the heart. So, hope that made sense. All right, this will be our last video in Florida. We're going to be traveling again, so wish us luck. And we will see you back in a couple days. All right, have a good day, everybody.